What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Welcome here today to a very tough ranking video, and we are going to try to predict who the 2023 NBA All-Stars will be. So we are going to be predicting it in East and West because that's how it will end up before the draft. 5 starters, 7 reserves. I'm probably just going to go the 7 best players for now and not worry about the positions too much. But boy, the NBA talent this year has been on another planet. Like, this is going to be so tough to do. Now, we're still in the early stages of the 2023 season. I mean, we're about a quarter way through, so maybe these numbers are bound to regress for some players, but boy, oh boy, oh my god, the reserves, my head is going to spin, so I'm probably going to upset some fan base. But if you guys do enjoy these videos, feel free to drop a thumbs up on it. I put a ton of players into the pool. I might go back and we'll get like a write-in towards the end of it. I'm like, all right, maybe I should have put them in there, but I just threw a bunch of players. I'm like, all right, could be in the conversation in here, and we'll go through here. One caveat is Lauri Markkanen isn't in this tier list, so I'll make a word of him later. You'll know, we'll talk about him later. So the way I think I'm going to go about this is the absolute locks right now. And I also going to look at it, yeah, it's a popularity thing, but for me, the way I can go about this tier list is you're going to play enough games, so you're going to be probably around the 40 game mark, at least above. I would like for you to play above like 25 games by the All-Star break. Maybe 20. I'll maybe give you a pass if you were elite in those 20 games and you played like the last 20 and it was just like a starts of the year thing. So yeah, if you played 13 games, 17 games, I'm probably not going to put you in. And yeah, we can get into this. So like I said, I think I'm going to go with my locks. So I'm going to start it off with Jason Tatum. He's definitely going to be an East starter right now. He's my MVP candidate. The Celtics are the best team in the NBA at the current moment. He is the best player on the best team, and I think he's also having the best season overall on both ends of the floor. Not the best defender in the league, but playing good enough defense and absolutely elite offense. And that Celtics team is just insane. So he is a lock for an Eastern Conference starter. Giannis Antetokounmpo is also going to be a lock for the Eastern Conference. I mean, he's up there in DPOY already. He's up there in MVP. The dude is just incredible. Whew. The Eastern Conference, man. It's going to be tough. Because is Jaylen Brown an all-star starter? I think so. I think the Celtics are going to have 2 all-star starters the way he's playing this year. I'm like 99% sure Jaylen Brown is averaging like 27 points, 6 or so rebounds at the current moment. Yeah, so he's averaging just under 27 points a game, 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Really good efficiency. Second best player on the best team, and he'd be the number 1 on a lot of teams. Yeah, he's a starter. It's kind of crazy to say, but right now he's going to be a starter in my opinion. I also believe Joel Embiid will be a starter as well. He's only played 16 games at the moment. He has missed a little bit for Philly, but he's been elite enough where he's going to be a starter. He's averaging 31, 9, and 5. Like, yeah. If he gets over 25 games, which he probably will by the All-Star break, he's definitely going to be a starter. And then lastly, for my last starter spot, it's going to be weird not putting maybe like Donovan Mitchell in here. But I think the last All-Star starter spot has to go to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is just putting up godlike shooting efficiency numbers this year for him, at least shooting 55% from the field, just under 30 points. I think Jaylen Brown would be the odd man out if you don't want to have 2 players in here. I mean, you could put Donovan Mitchell over Jaylen Brown. Oh, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, you know what? Just because they're on different teams. So Jaylen Brown's going to go to the reserve. So, yeah, it's basically Brown could be a starter over Mitchell. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that could be in that conversation. Like, I don't think I would have DeRozan or Harden in that conversation either. I'm looking through here. Jimmy Butler, probably not. I would probably have D-Mitch, yeah, or Jaylen Brown over him. Yeah, definitely. I'm just going through this because this is going to be tough. Trae Young, yeah. So I'll give it to Donovan Mitchell, and we'll have Jaylen Brown in there. But so I already spoiled a reserve. But we're going to go to the Western Conference starters. Steph Curry, definitely going to be a Western Conference starter, no doubt about that, having one of the greatest scoring seasons, one of the greatest seasons we could ever see this year. Like I said, guys, this, like, just the pure stats people are putting up this year is mind-blowing. Like, the 5th player this year, best player, so say you had Curry, Tatum, Giannis, Luka, KD, like, the 5th best player to those guys this year would probably win MVP. It's crazy. So Steph is definitely a starter in the West. I think Ja Morant also has to be a starter in the West. He's just putting up borderline MVP numbers on any given year, and this year he might not even be in the top 3. So Ja and Steph. I mean, here you could have Mitchell and Tatum be technically guards. technically KD and Giannis at forwards. I know it gets tough. Who else do I want to put there? Anthony Davis, definitely. I mean, he's just been on a tear. He missed that game against Cleveland with the flu-like symptoms, but the dude's averaging 27 and 12. He had that 55-point performance. Luka, just pure all-star numbers, has got to be in there. And then I guess in the last spot, it kind of gets tricky, but I'm going to give it to Nikola Jokic just because he's kind of the reigning MVP. 23, 10, and 9. I don't know if I would put Zion. The way the voting's going to get in, it's probably going to be LeBron. No, it wouldn't be Zion. So I guess the other player would be Shea. Oh, I can't leave Shea out of the starters. No, I think Jokic gets bumped to reserve. Yeah, and I gotta put Shea here. I'm just fact checking stuff because it is it's stats. You're basically looking at points, how many points you're putting up, rebounds, assists. Team wins don't really matter too much into this, but I gotta keep Luka in there. Gotta keep Steph. Gotta keep Ja. We have a big NAD. You could say Luka's a forward. You could say, I guess, that is tough. Yeah, if you're going with the forward situation. Okay. I mean, do I give it to I think basically I would have Shea over Ja. The season Shea's putting up, and we'd also have Steph and Luka and Ja, the incredible season he puts up as a reserve. All right, so I know I said I wasn't going to do positions, but even if Luka is listed as a forward, which he's basically a point guard, I don't know, he plays everything, but Steph's a guard, Shea's a guard, Ja's a guard. We're going to have some forward/centers in here, so that's why we have AD in here enough. Yeah, I got to do this. So, Ja and Jaylen Brown will be the first men in. I think Ja's having a better statistical season possibly than Jokic, but I can't have another guard in here. So, this is where it's going to get challenging, man. And who else is going to just kind of make the All-Star game? I know I didn't mention Devin Booker yet, but he is clearly in the MVP conversation, especially because he's going to have team success. But I do think they have better counting numbers, at least to get into the starters there. LeBron, He'll probably be a starter the way he gets voted in because he is the most popular player in the NBA. He should get enough games, I think, to clearly get in there by then. But for now, I'm just going to throw him in the reserves. I'm probably thinking Damian Lillard is going to make it as well. I'm just kind of fact-checking all these games. I know he's had a little bit of injuries. He's played 12 games. He should get there. And Damian Lillard is having a solid season, and he's, I think, popular enough. And I'm predicting this. So, yeah, I think Dame would get in. I'm trying to think who else is just a guaranteed here in the West. Well, Zion I think will also get in here in the West. I guess for Minnesota, how many All-Stars are they going to have? I mean, Towns I don't think is having an All-Star season right now, and I don't think he's popular enough where he would get it. I would say probably Anthony Edwards would have that case. Do I want to put Anton right now? Paul George isn't having the craziest season, but he's probably going to make it just because of his popularity. De'Aaron Fox. It's tough. Okay, I think Trae Young is definitely going to be an all-star in the Eastern Conference. The season Tyrese Halliburton is having, but I don't know if he gets in. Yeah, Trae Young's definitely in. Is Kyrie going to be an all-star? I mean, I think he'll get enough votes. I think Kyrie's going to be an all-star. I do. I think Kyrie's going to be an all-star. As much as the NBA probably doesn't want him to be one, he's going to be one. Jimmy's probably going to get in just because, the Heat, I don't know, but the Heat aren't having, the greatest season. I don't know if I want to put Jimmy in right now. There's a lot of talent in the league. Because, Anthony Simon's an all-star. And would you give it to Tyrese Maxey or would you give it to Harden? I think I'm going to give... Okay, so we only can have 2 more spots in the West. Okay. Oh, God. So it's between Paul George, Ant, Cat. Definitely not Chris Paul the season he's having. Oh, God. This is tough. Larry Markkinen. I kind of want to give it to Larry as a spot. So... I'm just going through this really quickly in my mind. Do I want to put Ingram in there? No, not really. All right, so I think I'm just gonna Paul's not in for me. I don't think I'm gonna put in Ingram, but he could be close to making it. LaMelo, he's only played 3 games. I don't think Clarkson would get in. If it's a Jazz, it's going to be Markkinen. Gobert is not going to get in my opinion. I don't think Draymond gets in. I mean, him and Clay might get the votes. Oh, Draymond, though, is having a solid season. 8, 6, and 7. I know that's not flashy, but he's got to give you all-world defense. He's popular. I mean, I'll leave him in here in Wiggins as well. Man, this is tough. Jalen Green's having a good statistical season. Jeremy Grant. All right, we'll figure out those 2 West spots. I feel like Pascal Siakam. I mean, I'm just double checking games played on the side. He's played 15. I think, yeah, he should get into the All-Star game. So that's 4 reserves. I need 3 more in the East. I don't think DeJounte gets in. I mean, he also just got hurt. Like Shams literally just tweeted. So I don't think I'm going to have him in there. Brunson or Julius Randle? Like, it'd probably be Julius, but I feel like Harden and or Maxey. I don't think both of them get in, and Harden, just due to his popularity, is going to get in. Just double checking his games played. He's at 10 right now, but he is back. Yeah, I think Harden, just based off his popularity, will get in over Tyrese Maxey. Like, I don't, like, Kuzma's not going to get in, but Kuz, like, I don't know. Does Kuzma really? Oh my God. See, like, I got to put 2 more spots for the East and the West. I think I'm going to give it to Anthony Edwards, though. In the West. I think I made up that decision. So, it comes down between like Fox, Ingram, Sabonis, Markkanen, McCollum. I don't think I might give it to Markkanen. I don't know. Is there somebody I'm completely missing? Do I give it to Markkanen or Paul George? Oh God. Do I give it to Markkanen or Paul George? Or like Anthony Simons though. Anthony Simons is having an incredible season. Oh my God, I gotta give it to Simons. If I'm going to give it to Simons or Markkanen, I feel like I got to give it to Simons. Yeah, let me know what you agree with or disagree with in the reserves. That's it. Like, Markkanen, what a snub. George, Sabonis, Fox, Wiggins, Draymond, all are snubs. Damn, that is really tough, man. So, oh my God. No, this is tough. Yeah, no. I'm maybe kind of being too nice to McCollum. So, in the East, like, DeRozan's averaging 25. Am I only going to put 1 buck in? Bradley Beal's averaging 23. I mean, he just got a hamstring injury. All right, I'm going to sit here and I got to figure out who I'm going to put in it for the last 2 East spots. All right, so I think I'm going to give it to Bam Adebayo. Oh my God, this just got tough because I was going to give it to Bam and Halliburton, but then does Darius Garland deserve it over Halliburton? I think Halliburton would get it over Garland. I think I'm going to do Halliburton. Oh my God. Okay, so Brook Lopez, top of the DPOY, snub. Mobley, snub. All the Wizards players had at least a conversation. Jimmy, will see with the games. No other Bucks. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer for a lot of these. You guys can let me know if there's somebody I'm completely leaving out. I really hope I'm not leaving anybody out, but I think I got everybody that at least would be in the conversation. I really don't want to put anybody else in here because this has been hard enough. Like Mathurin, nah. Halliburton, or Banchero, no. Yeah, I'm just going through this one last time, at least, like, if there was anybody I missed. I don't think so. So, let me know down below what you do. I think like, the last 2 players in the West and East reserves are debatable. Like, for Halliburton, you could put Beal, Kuzma over them. I'm trying to think anybody else. Like, I would clearly... DeRozan. That's fine with me. Any of those guys. Drew, I'm cool with going in. For the West, you could put Fox... Gotta get a king in there, right? You know what? I think maybe just because there's no kings and they've been good, I think there's going to be a king in there. So I'm going to put in Fox over Simon. Simon's first man out of the West and first man out of the East. I'll probably say DeRozan, or I would say Beal. You guys can let me know what you agree with or disagree with down below. For the starters, I think like John Booker should probably get in, but there can only be a certain amount of guards. So I put AD and Jokic, and then I was kind of scheming at having Tatum as a guard as well for the East there, but we have first man out, definitely Jaylen Brown. So let me know what you guys think. That was insanely difficult. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did, and I'll catch you on the next one.